Hello children, I warmly welcome you all for the grade 12 English class. Dear children, look at this picture. Can you guess who he is? Yes, he is a blacksmith. Shall we read some sentences about him? He works hard. He is happy. He looks poor. He always looks at the clock. He is making a tool. Fine. Let's see another picture. Yes, it's a rabbit. Shall we read the sentences about it too? It runs fast. It is cute. It seems innocent. It is eating something. මෙහි කම්මල් කරුවා සහ හාවා පිළිබඳ කතා කිරීමට වෙනස් වූ වාක්‍ය රටාවන් යොදාගෙන ඇති බව ඔබට තේරුණාද? දරුවනේ, අපට යම් කෙනෙකු හෝ දෙයක් පිළිබඳ කතා කරන විට එකම වාක්‍ය රටාවක් භාවිතා කළ නොහැකි. අවස්ථානුකූලව හා ප්‍රකාශ කළ යුතු දෙය අනුව භාවිතා කරන වාක්‍ය රටාවන් වෙනස් වේ. Let's identify what action verbs and non-action verbs are. Look at these sentences. He works hard. He runs fast. What are the verbs in these sentences? Fine. Works and runs are the verbs. Do these verbs describe actions? Yes, they do. Daruvani, works යන පදයෙන් වැඩක් කරනවා යන ක්‍රියාවද runs යන පදයෙන් දුවනවා යන ක්‍රියාවද කියවේ. මෙලෙස යම් පදයකින් ක්‍රියාවක් විස්තර කෙරේ නම් එම ක්‍රියාවර්ගය action verb එකක් ලෙස හැඳින්විය හැක. A verb that describes an action is called an action verb. Now read the other two sentences. He is happy. It is cute. In both sentences, is acts as the verb. Does this describe an action? No, it does not describe an action. But it is the main verb of these sentences. The verbs that do not describe an action are called non-action verbs. මෙම වාක්‍යවල පරිදි ක්‍රියාවක් විස්තර නොකෙරෙන පද non-action verbs ලෙස හැඳින්වේ. Apart from that, in these sentences, is acts as the linking verb because it links the subject with the complement. Next couple of sentences are: he is making a tool. It is eating something. You can see the verb is in these two sentences too. But it is not the main verb of the sentence. Making and eating are the main verbs. In these sentences, is acts as the helping verb. It helps the main verb to form the verb of the sentence. He looks poor and it seems innocent are the next pair of sentences. The verbs looks and seems are called sensory verbs, and they are acting as linking verbs, but they do not describe any action. So these are also called non-action verbs. Let's look at the last sentence. He always looks at the clock. You can see the verb look in this sentence. What if I say that it is also an action verb? දරුවනේ මම කිව්වොත් මෙහි looks යන පදය action verb එකක් කියලා. ඔබට ඒ පිළිබඳ ප්‍රශ්නයක් මතුවිය හැකි. he looks poor යන වාක්‍යයේදී looks යන පදය non-action verb එකක් ලෙස මා ඔබට මුලදී හඳුන්වා දී තිබූ නිසයි. දරුවනේ he looks poor යන වාක්‍යයෙන් කියවෙන්නේ ඔහු දුප්පතෙක් වගේ වැනි තේරුමක්. නමුත් he always looks at the clock යන වාක්‍යයේදී ඔහු හැම විටම ඔරලෝසුව දෙස බලයි යන්න කියවේ. එහිදී looks යන ක්‍රියාවෙන් බලයි යන අර්ථය කියවේ. So, the verb looks in the last sentence acts as an action verb. Let's do an action. Let's read the sentences given and find out the action verbs and non-action verbs. You have to put AV for action verbs and NV for non-action verbs in the given space. The wind blows. These drawings are gorgeous. The dog looks friendly. Chetana decorated the stage. The little girl dances well. Sheena seems a clever girl. All right. Let's see whether your answers are correct. The wind blows. In this sentence, blows is the verb and it is an action verb. These drawings are gorgeous. Here, are is the verb and it is a non-action verb. The dog looks friendly. Here, looks is the verb and it is also a non-action verb. Chetana decorated the stage. Decorated is the verb and it is an action verb. The little girl dances well. Dances is the verb and it is an action verb. The last sentence. Sheena seems a clever girl. In this sentence, seems is the verb and it is a non-action verb. Well done, children. Shall we learn about a sentence pattern with non-action verbs? Let's learn write and say SVC sentences. What do SVC stand for? S stand for the subject, V stand for the verb and C stand for the complement. Look at the example given. Sarath is a student. In this sentence, Sarath is the subject, is the verb and a student is the complement. Subject ලෙස හඳුන්වන්නේ වාක්‍යයක උක්තයයි. Sometimes subject can be a noun, a pronoun, or a group of words that act as nouns. Look at the example. Sarath is a student. They are players. The characters in the science fiction are aliens. In the first sentence, Sarath is the subject and it is a noun. In the second sentence, they is the subject and it is a pronoun. In the third sentence, the characters in the science fiction film is the subject. In this sentence, the subject is formed by a group of words that act as a noun. Verb ලෙස හඳුන්වන්නේ වාක්‍යයක ක්‍රියාපදයයි. In a SVC sentence, we only use be verbs and sensory words as the main verb. And those are non-action verbs. It because, as I mentioned earlier, be verbs and sensory words do not describe any action. Some sensory words are happy, remain, become, look, seem, etc. Some be verbs are is, am, are, being, etc. Look at the examples. Sarath is a student. They are players. I felt happy to see my friend. The house remains empty. In sentence number 1, is the main verb and it is a be verb. In sentence number 2, are is the main verb and it is also a be verb. In sentence number 3, felt is the main verb and it is a sensory word. In sentence number 4, remains is the main verb and it is also a sensory word. What is a complement? වාක්‍යයක උක්ත පදය තවදුරටත් විස්තර කෙරෙන වචනයක් හෝ වචන සමූහයක් complement එකක් ලෙස හැඳින්විය හැකිය. A complement modifies the subject. It comes just after a be verb or a sensory word. A complement can be a noun, an adjective, a noun phrase, or an adjective phrase. Noun and noun phrase as in the sentences given below. They are players. They are well-known players. In sentence number 1, players is the complement and it is a noun. In sentence number 2, well-known players is the complement. In this sentence, the noun players is modified by a group of words that is well known. So the complement becomes a noun phrase. An adjective phrase as in the sentences given below. My sister is beautiful. My sister is very beautiful. In sentence number 3, beautiful is the complement and it is an adjective. In sentence number 4, very beautiful is the complement. And in this sentence, the adjective beautiful is modified by the word very. So the complement becomes an adjective phrase. Let's fill this grid. You have to find out the subject, verb, complement and whether the complement is a noun, noun phrase, adjective or an adjective phrase. Look at the first sentence. They are inventors. Okay, children. What is the subject? Yes, they is the subject. Then what is the verb? Fine, are is the verb. Then what is the complement? Yes, inventors is the complement. The word inventors is a noun. So, in this sentence, complement is a noun. Look at the second sentence. Ramya is a waiter. In this sentence, Ramya is the subject, is the verb, and a waiter is the complement. Here, complement has more than one word and waiter is a noun. So, in this sentence, the complement is a noun phrase. The third sentence is, Ray Vijayawardana was brilliant. I hope that you have already identified the subject, verb and the complement in this sentence. Fine. Ray Vijayawardana is the subject. Was is the verb and brilliant is the complement. Brilliant is an adjective. So, the complement of this sentence is an adjective. The fourth sentence given is, Jayanti Kurutumpala seems very happy. In this sentence, Jayanti Kurutumpala is the subject, seems is the verb, and very happy is the complement. Here, complement has more than one word and happy is an adjective. So, the complement of this sentence is an adjective phrase. Last sentence. The first person in line is the subject. Seems is the verb and worried is the complement. Worried is an adjective. So, the complement is an adjective. This is the summary of today's lesson. What is the sentence pattern you have learned today? You are correct. It's the SVC sentence pattern. S stands for the subject of a sentence and it can be a noun, pronoun or a group of words. V stands for the verb of a sentence and only be verbs and sensory words act as the main verb of the sentence. C stands for the complement. It modifies the subject and it can be a noun, noun phrase or an adjective phrase. I hope that you have understood the lesson well. Please do the activities given on the task sheet. Thank you for joining. See you in another lesson.